guys to the Snow Leopard workshop. My name is Jeff, and I'll be helping you guys out. Matthew, sir.
You gotta stand.
You gotta get in the line. Yep, absolutely. And I'm in the middle of a workshop, actually, sir. So if you want to talk to this guy, he can help you out.
Well, I have no workshop.
Right, he can help you out with that. Okay, so we'll talk about Snow Leopard today. I'm going to go through this workshop kind of like I do with the other Leopard workshop. So all the features of the operating system. Now, I'm going to set some expectations up front that this is going to be a presentation style workshop, which means that I have any questions at the end. We're going to have maybe a few minutes for those, but for the most part, this is pretty much going to be me presenting the workshop. All right. What I want to tell you is that Mac OS X Snow Leopard is the world's most advanced operating system. I'm going to show you the new features of Snow Leopard and cover the basics of Mac OS X in general. We're going to cover the new refinements of the Finder, how to use expose and spaces to multitask, stats, the dashboard, searching with Spotlight, using the Nails, Address Book, and iCal together, setting Finder control and staying backed up with time. There's a lot of stuff we're going to talk about. Alright. So with Snow Leopard, it's an even more powerful and refined version of the world's most advanced operating system. Snow Leopard is going to build on the success of Leopard, hundreds of refinements, out-of-the-box support from Microsoft Exchange, and new core technologies that will take advantage of the powerful hardware that powers every single Mac. It enhances the entire Mac experience in big ways and small, making the Mac more reliable and easier to use. So, how do you upgrade to Snow Leopard? First, I should tell you that Snow Leopard does require an Intel-based keyboard. Any power PCs are not going to work with this. The installation is simpler and it's more streamlined. So actually, the installation will be 45% faster than previous installations. And just by installing it, you're going to free up 6 gigs of space because all the 32-bit stuff gets thrown out by the program. Now, the upgrade cost to Leopard is going to be $29. Okay. We're going to start with Finder. I'll be right back. Finder has been totally rewritten using the modern Cocoa framework in Mac OS X, which takes advantage of the new technologies in Snow Leopard. This includes 64-bit support and something we call Grand Central Dispatch, which is a really cool tool for multi-core processing. The familiar Finder interface is unchanged, but you will discover the Finder is faster and it's more responsive. It also includes an enhanced icon view with live file previews so you can thumb through multi-page documents or even watch a QuickTime movie. So I'm talking about watching a video in Finder without having to use Quick Look at all. So let me show you what I'm talking about. And you can actually watch this over here. Hey guys. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is show you. You can draw your attention over here to the screen. If I open up a Finder window, you can see that Finder does look similar, but that there are a couple of differences. This next item over here, and that's going to be our thumbnail slider. So when I drag the thumbnail slider and open up the page larger or smaller, just by dragging it, no more show view options and having to do that with several palettes. Now if I double click the document, stay in the icon view, you can see how this is going to become a very cool feature of Finder. What I can do is drag this over. I can make these as clear as I want to. I can make them take up the entire Finder screen and start to read the document again. I'm not in a separate program here. I'm doing all of this on Finder. Just a little bit. Take a look at this. These right here feature videos. Now again, not in Quick Look, not in QuickTime. I'm going to just play all of it. And I'm going to watch this video right inside of Finder. Now that's awesome. That's a brand new feature of that.
Pretty cool.
In addition, see this right here? Private Journeys? That's a multi-page PDF. So right here in Finder, I can just click page after page after page. And I want to make it bigger so I can read it. Page after page after page. Again, right inside of Finder. Very right. Yeah. clutter. Because all your other clutter happens almost instantly when you use it. You start by checking your email. And then, of course, when checking your email, you're reminded of a cool web link. Maybe someone sent you a web link. So, of course, you have to open up Safari. And then while you're opening up Safari, you realize that you want to update your address book. Maybe you find a concert or a project online that excites you, so you want to open up the calendar. And just like that, I mean, you've got a mess all over your screen. So with the new Snow Leopard, we have some really cool features. Basically, expose, which is something almost that died out in the last operating system, has now become infinitely more useful in this one. First of all, just by holding an icon on the dock, I can just get the windows that are associated with it. So for example, if I click hold on Safari, I just see the Safari window, and I can grab it, and it comes to the front. Now, the other windows are still there, but I don't have to go through all the expose stuff to find it. So if I click hold iCal, it just shows the iCal windows. Now, if I'm in Safari, and I have multiple Safari windows, if I click hold Safari, it just shows me the Safari windows, even though I have like 4 other applications open. So this is a much, much improved expose experience. Now, I can still use the traditional method of expose, which means I can still hit the FP key, and I can still, oh sure, okay. I can still use F3 to get all the windows open here. And I have some other options as well. For example, Command 1 is going to give me alphabetical order. So now I'm all organized alphabetically. Command 2 is going to give me application order. So I've got mail, then I have my 2 Safari windows, or 3 rather, then the address book, then iCal. So that's very, very cool as well.
Everything's in the box.
Now I can also zoom. So what we've done is we've combined 2 technologies here, expose and quick look. So while I'm inside of expose, if I mouse over something here, hit the space bar, I can actually zoom in like a quick look, even though I'm still in the expose mode. Space bar again, puts it away. So while I'm here, I really have just so many options for perusing everything. So when I want more, I can go take it from the front. Now, here's something else that's cool. What if I have things that are minimized? If I have things that are minimized, like this, and then I go into expose. Note the line. Expose makes a difference now between windows that are on the desktop floating and windows like the address book here, which are minimized on the dock. So in the past, minimized windows have been totally excluded from expose. So what a great new feature. Being able to select this window right here and have it pop up in front. So no more exclusion of minimized windows. Now let's talk about spaces. Spaces is a great workflow tool that we have in Mac OS. And with Spaces, I can go to the Apple menu and select System Preferences. Make sure I go to Expose and Spaces. And then make sure I check the box that says Enable Spaces. And as you can see, just by hitting the buttons here, I can actually have up to 16 different spaces if I want to. So right now, I'm set to 7. Also note to switch between spaces I can use the control key and the arrows on the keyboard. But also to switch directly to a space, I can use the control key and any of the numbers on the keyboard. Alright. So, say an example. How can I make this work with spaces? Well, first of all, how do we access spaces? I'm going to go ahead and Finder, go to Applications, just for this workshop. I'm going to find spaces over here. Let's try it this way. I'm going to take this calendar application and bring it as far as I can to the right. So just by dragging it over right edge and automatically kick it into a different space. Now if I hold down the control key and hit the left arrow on the keyboard, I can go back to the first space. And you can see the overlay grid on top and the bottom with the white square telling me what space that I'm in. Here's space 2, here's space 1. Now 3 and 4 are blank. I haven't done anything with those yet. So back up here, you take the address book, drag it down all the way to the bottom. That kicks it back into that space. Then I can take this one over here, drag it over here. And then drag it to the bottom. So now you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different spaces. 4 programs open simultaneously in 4 separate spaces. And again, I can use the control key for 2, or 4, or 1, or 3, and I can jump right to those spaces. So something that we've had already in Leopard, but I still think it's a great feature. I want to make sure I don't use it. Alright. Let's talk about stacks. Now, stacks, they have been improved. So, for example, if I go over here to the application stack, and a little review of what stacks are. Stacks, like everything else on the dock, are shortcuts. So a stack, the difference between a normal shortcut on the dock and a stack is that a stack is a shortcut to a folder that's in Finder. So how we made this is only to get through the applications folder off the hard drive, dragged it down to the dock, and now I have a shortcut to all the applications in Mac OS X Leopard. Now, the scroll bar is new. So what I can do is I can scroll down now through the stack. This is brand new. Something else that was really kind of annoying about stacks and Leopard is that when you would click on a folder, instead of taking you to another stack, it would take you out of the stack interface and put you into a Finder window. No more. When you click on a folder, it actually takes you to a different stack. So this is vastly improved. I can actually navigate just like this. How do I get back? There's the back arrow right here. So just like Finder, I can use stacks now to navigate subfolders. So this is a phenomenal improvement to stacks. As before, I can right click and I can modify the way the stacks are here. If I really like the fan, I can do that. If I like the list, I can do that. Or I can keep it set to automatic. Automatic will automatically change the view of the stack depending on how many items are in it. For now, I'll keep it set back to group. Okay, and another review. We have the dashboard. Now I'm going to move these around a little bit here. The dashboard is a really nice feature that we have in basically, these are called widgets. And a lot of these things can just be activated quite quickly by going to the plus button. And we have a bunch of widgets that are included in Snow Leopard, which you can just bring right up. For example, the weather, the time, the date. One of the widgets that I really enjoy is the movies widget. Because with the movies widget, I can see first of all what's playing. I can double click, and I can see that just by putting in my zip code or putting in my city, so I'll put in the zip code here. It finds theaters that are really close to the zip code. So if I'm looking at what's going on at the Park Creek theater right over there, I can see all these movies that are playing. Describe District 9, I can click on a time, and you'll note that if that theater supported online ticket purchase, I can actually buy the tickets right here through the widget. If I want a trailer, I click the trailer button, and right in the widget, I'm going to get about 2 trailers so that streams off the internet, and it'll play right here. Etc. So I don't have to go to a website for this. I don't have to go to front row for this. The dashboard makes it really, really convenient to see everything right here. Of course, you can double click it and tuck it back away. Okay, Spotlight. Using Spotlight with Smart Folders. Well, I start by mainly magnifying it eyes up here. It's activating Spotlight. I can also use the keyboard shortcut, Command and Spacebar. Spotlight can do 3 really cool things. Number 1, it can find lost files and folders. So if I type in something here, I'll just type in a random word. If I By the time I'm done typing, it's already found it in the entire Macintosh hard drive. And look, it's also actually sorted it for me. PDF documents, images, presentations, etc. So very, very powerful search engine. The second thing that Spotlight can do is math. So if I type in a mathematical equation, it finds it right here on the calculator. The third thing that Spotlight can do is quick launch applications. If I type in the first couple letters of address book and hit return, I've just launched address book. So I show people, like, if you learn the keyboard shortcuts without even using the mouse, I can hit Command and Spacebar, type in the first couple letters of address book and hit return, and all with the keyboard I've launched the program in a matter of seconds. I want to quit the program, I hit the keyboard the program. So it's something that really increases the facility. Now Spotlight is also a gateway into what are called smart folders. These are saved searches which you can put right in Finder. So with Command and Spacebar, I can type in that word again. Alright? And this time I'm going to click the Show All. Now when I click Show All, I see everything on the hard drive. Basically I have the Finder window of those Spotlight search results. So see, I can hit this plus button, and I can refine the search even more. So I can go over here and say, you know what, I'm just looking for PDFs that have to be retrieved. Well, that's so much easier than what I just had. Even with Spotlight, it was nice, but there was just so much there. With the smart folder, I can refine it and look for exactly what I want. And then like a smart album in iPhoto or a smart playlist in iTunes, I can save it. And I save it right over here to the sidebar. Why is that here? Well, if I put another CD or DVD in, or I go on the internet and I download more PDFs that have trees in them, it's going to automatically update in that smart folder. It's a very cool feature to find that. Alright, little information about mail, address book, and iPad. OS X Snow Leopard now has full Microsoft Exchange support. So that means we have out-of-the-box support for Exchange Server 2007. That's important, make sure it's 2007. So Mail, iCal, and Address Book are going to have that Exchange support. You get the features you expect from Exchange, like email, contacts, calendar invitations, and access to the global address list, while also enjoying the powerful and innovative features of Mac OS X, such as Spotlight, which we just talked about, QuickBooks for retrieving attachments, and the use of data detectors for acting on important information in email. Mail is also faster than Snow Leopard. In fact, Mail is 85% faster to open the first people message. It's 3.5 times faster to listen to content from a mailbox. It's 90% faster to search, and it's 2.3 times faster to move messages. And as before, you do have access to stationery. Wonderful feature that you have in Mail. So you just click on stationery. Beautiful HTML code right inside of your email. You can double click on any of these words and edit them. Type in all message, and then set it up. But again, because it is HTML, when they get it, it's just going to be like looking at a website for them. They're going to see it just as you see it. Data detector. So, little pieces of information like this date, which when I highlight it with the mouse, has a little box around it. Well, this is called a data detector. So it automatically detected that this is an important date that someone sent me in an email. So I can create a new iCal event right from this email. I click create a new iCal event. This pops up. I can specify the date, so maybe I want this to be later on. I can specify the time zone, etc. I can add to iCal. So when I go into iCal, jump back over to May. You're going to see that it's been added to iCal. So it's a very, very cool feature. This is also going to work with telephone numbers, physical addresses, email addresses. Like at any time I can go over to someone's name, click, and I can add it right to the address book right from there. So very, very cool features for file. Alright, something else I want to talk to you about that's new is QuickTime 10. So I'm going to go to the applications menu, scroll down, love that scroll, and I'm going to find the QuickTime. Now, gone is the weird sort of window that would pop up before giving you information from the internet. It's a nice, clean interface. So actually, it's just going to sit here until I open up a new video. So if I go to File, I can click one of these movies and click Open. And here's my QuickTime interface. Very, very quick, very, very sleek. I don't have a lot of stuff cluttering up what I want to do. I can hit the play button, move the mouse away, and I have a nice window, full edge-to-edge window here on the QuickTime. Certainly if I want full screen, I can make it full screen. But also, there's some new options like trimming. So we've taken the wonderful technologies we have in the iPhone 3GS for trimming the video. We brought it into the new QuickTime player. So if I hit this button right over here and go to trim, I get this nice little trimmer. So all I have to do is click, hold, and drag. You see it's even giving me the frame by frame as I slide. If I don't want to start until maybe, I don't know, here, I can hit the trim button. And now I've trimmed the video. See, it just starts right there and goes to the end. Now, what can I do with it once I've trimmed it? I can send it to iTunes so that I can put it on my iPhone or iPod Touch. I can send it to Mobile Me, so if I have our Mobile Me service here with 20 gig iDisk, I can put this in full quality on the internet to share with people. I can even put it on YouTube. So I put in my YouTube name and password, and that little clip that I've trimmed and edited can go right up there to YouTube. Without having to go into iMovie, you can make a new computer recording, record yourself. Now on this computer we don't have a camera set up, unfortunately, so I can't show that to you. Yeah, I mean, this is the QuickTime player that just comes with Leopard. It's a very good point. One of the cool things, though, that they've also added is a new screen recording.
That way we don't have to use iShowU HD.
Exactly. I show you HD or Snap Pro. Now, one of the things that I'm still working on, and I have to confess to you, I've only actually used the new Leopard for about an hour. But I haven't figured out yet how to get audio on the screen recording. So I'm not sure if I can write off iShowU HD quite yet. I would really like to, because this is much more stable than that program. But just to show you how this works, it's really easy. You click Win Screen Recording, you go over here and hit this little button here. It says that if you want to stop recording, you hold down Command, Control, and Escape. So you start recording, it goes away. Now I can show someone, how to launch a program or do whatever using my own gestures. And then when I'm done, Control, Escape, and it brings it back. And then shows me exactly what I've recorded. So when I hit the play button, you can see in my mouse moving around. I just recorded everything that I just did on the screen. So it's a very, very cool feature. And of course, like any other QuickTime movie, iTunes, Me, YouTube. If I want a series of instructional videos and post it on YouTube, make my own channel for it, it's as easy as recording the screen and publishing it on YouTube. Right from the same program. So I love this new QuickTime. Very easy to use, and very powerful. Okay, time machine. I don't have a time machine back in the setup here, but that hasn't changed too much. I should say a couple things. The big thing with Leopard in time machines is that it's up to 50% faster when you're backing up your time machine. So especially that first backup, which takes forever, right? It really is, especially if you start it late at night. So being 50% faster, that should definitely help avoid that situation. Okay, as always, time machine can also be set up to work with an external hard drive. Just plug it in and ask you if you want to use it. That hasn't changed. Alright. New technologies in Mac OS 10 Leopard. So everyone wants to know what's new. Now, I just showed you a lot of really great front-end enhancements to the operating system. But to me, the thing that makes me the most excited about Leopard is the back and all the stuff that they've done behind the scenes to really make this the most powerful operating system in the world. First of all, this is now going to be a full, true 64-bit operating system. Okay? So it shatters the 32-bit memory limit by enabling applications to address a theoretical 16 billion gigabytes of memory. That's ridiculous. And all that memory can be used in one application. So to give you an example of what I'm talking about, I do a lot of pro audio stuff. I do a lot of recording. I do a lot of orchestral stuff. And I have sound libraries. I have a 500 gigabyte sound library full of sounds. And those all have to get quick loaded into RAM if I want to use them. Well, with the 32-bit operating system, after about 2 gigs, I'm done. Okay? Which is really frustrating for me. It means I have to buy separate software packages that can run them all in separate programs. With the new operating system, I can have 16 billion gigs if I want to. I don't need that much. But I could put, if I had enough RAM in my system, the entire orchestra in RAM, which would cut my time and workflow down by like 75%. So it's a wonderful new feature. There is no more 32-bit stuff in Snow Leopard. Now, big question. Wait a minute. What if I have 32-bit stuff? What if I have stuff that has to run that? During the installation process, you do have the option of installing legacy 32-bit support. So you can install it if you need to. If you don't, if you go straight through and upgrade to 64-bit, you're actually going to save yourself 6 gigs on the hard drive. Most people, when they install new software, expect their hard drive to shrink, not to increase. You're going to get 6 gigs back because all that 32-bit stuff is going right to the current. Another big behind-the-scenes enhancement is called Grand Central Dispatch. Essentially, what Grand Central Dispatch is optimizing multi-core support. Basically, the performance in today's processors is being driven by more and more cores. You see it, especially with this one right here, 8 cores. Not faster clock speeds. So what Grand Central Dispatch does is a revolutionary approach for multi-core computing. Woven throughout the fabric of Snow Leopard, Grand Central Dispatch combines an easy-to-use programming model with highly efficient system services to radically process it. What that basically means is we're going to take better advantage of the multi-core processors that come on every single Mac. You can't buy a Mac today without getting multi-cores. Everything in here is Intel Core 2 Duo. Like I said, this one here is an 8-core processor. So it's really, really going to be awesome. Another advantage, OpenCL. The performance of graphics processing units, I'm talking about your video card, has grown exponentially with the most powerful graphic processing units capable of more than 1 trillion operations per second. We call that a teraflop. OpenCL and Snow Leopard takes the power of the graphics processor beyond just graphics, making it available for general-purpose computing. OpenCL is an open standard supported by the biggest names in the industry, including AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel. What does that mean? That means that you're going to be able to use your graphics card as a third processor. So beyond just what you have, the processor that comes with it, if it's not using full high-end graphics, you'll actually be able to use it as a third processor. That's incredible. You're going to see faster wake-up and faster shutdown in Snow Leopard. It's going to be faster when joining wireless network. Time machine is up to 50% faster. Safari 4 is faster. Hopefully you're getting a theme, right? Everything is going to be faster and snappy and more efficient. And that to me is the biggest reason that I'll bring Snow Leopard. Okay. One of the things that I really like, see, I can't show you here, when you go to your wireless control panel, it's actually going to show you now the signal strength of each network before you join. We didn't have that in the past. Let's see. That's pretty much the end of it, so I kind of went through that pretty quickly.
On using the graphics processor, how new of one do you have to have? I mean, let's say I've got a 2-year-old.
Yeah. You know what? Let me get the information because that's a great question and I want to address it.
And of course, you'd have to have an application that could make the calls to that, I would guess.
That's right.
So,
That's something that's going to be able to use.
yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay.
So you have to have one of the following graphics cards. You have to have an NVIDIA GeForce 9600 or 9600. So pretty much any of the MacBook Pros, when they first came out, had all those. 8600, GT120. It pretty much looks like all the graphics technology. What you want to do, obviously, go to this website. What I did is I went to apple.com/Mac, click on Snow Leopard, click on text specs over here.
Okay, yeah.
And then you can check and see against what's in the Apple menu. You'll see exactly what video card you have. So this one right here, for example, has the GT120, so that's how you can double check. Great question. Other questions?
Does this come with Python 3?
Does not.